Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Social Swans Collective. I'm so excited to chat with you guys today because March was full of wins and I want to talk about it all. So join me on this journey and let's go through it because I want to talk about my first collaboration, gaining more followers on IG, finally breaking 1,000 views on YouTube, the struggles of balancing it all, and the next steps in setting goals for the future. So what's in store for Social Swans Collective? Let's talk about it and find out. I'm chilling in the living room. It's about 11:30, 11:45. Ooh, 11:45 at night right now. Late night sesh conversation. And I just really wanted to create this episode so bad. I wanted to talk about all the things that are happening and all the wins in March. Just got done doing my nighttime routine, so I'm glowing in the face, wearing my jammies, nice and comfortable, so that we can have like a real chill conversation with one another, right? I've been doing content creation for about 2 months now, and I feel like I'm starting to finally get the hang of it. And I wanted to share all this with you because you're a part of this journey with me. I'm really appreciative for you guys supporting me and being here while I'm on the journey. So I'm always going to want to share these wonderful milestones with you. And for some people, it may seem so small, but for me, every view, every like, every share, it all matters to me. So I want to make sure that you guys are a part of this with me along the way so that you know how important your individual contribution means to me because it means a lot. So first March win. I got my first collaboration on Instagram. Woo! Yay, yay, yay. Thank you so much. It was, again, a milestone for me. It was with Killer Joe. It's a coffee shop down the street. And I did a review on their hot food menu and their drinks. I like the chai. And it was just a really good opportunity for me to connect with a potential partner, that can be ongoing potentially since they are in the local neighborhood. I do like to support local businesses, especially female owned as well, which is cool. So female owned local business. I'm like, yes, let's do the review ASAP. If you haven't already checked out the review, make sure you look at that, subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share, go find the short, and be sure to check out some of my other videos as well. And it was just really cool because I invited them to do the collaboration. They accepted it and it was my first one. And for some people, it's like, okay, it's a collaboration, but it really helped grow my views on Instagram and allowed me to get some other followers. So very grateful for that opportunity, for them liking my review, and I'm excited to do more reviews. Shout out to Killer Joe Coffee Shop, okay? Because y'all are like the reason why I had the strength to keep going. I was like, oh my God, I think it's finally working. Like I might be actually doing something that's useful and people might like. So thank you so much, Killer Joe, for accepting that collaboration. Again, like I said, check it out in the videos. Make sure you like, share, and comment and subscribe to the channel. Another win for this month, gaining more followers on IG. I broke 100 followers. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you guys so much. Again, did a video about that on IG. So if you're not following Social Swans Collective on Instagram, be sure to do that so that you can get updates. There are some things that I post on there that I do not post on YouTube and vice versa. So you want to make sure that you're staying up to date on everything that I have to offer. After breaking 100 followers, I think at like 175 right now. And I'm really proud of it because it's an organic following, right? When you're creating content and you're building your following, I keep seeing and I understand why it's so important to make sure that you're not buying your followers and that it's organic so that you can get that organic engagement and people are liking and sharing and making comments on it, right? Really actively viewing it. I want to make sure that I know every single person that's there following me and looking at my content is there because they support what I'm doing, they like what I'm doing, they want to learn from what I'm doing. And I want to make sure that they're engaged, they're excited about the content that's coming out, right? Because the more I know that you like, is the more that I can understand what to post next for you guys that's useful. I want to share some IG tips or some things that are working for me and what's not working for me, because I think this is really important, right? When you're looking at your analytics and you're trying to figure out what to post, like it's good to know what's working and what's not. And so I started off with doing more travel posts. The cat wants to get in on this. I started with more travel posts, and then I started moving into a few restaurant reviews because I love food and beverage. I'm in food and beverage. I work for human resources for a food and beverage and hospitality company. So it's really near and dear to my heart, just like travel is really near and dear to my heart. So that's the reason why I created this page, because those are the things that I'm inspired by, the things that I love, and I wanted to make sure that I shared with you guys. I guess she's here to stay as a cameo. You get sin nombre. You're welcome. I'm finding that the things that are working for me, the travel content for sure, but I feel like I haven't been able to post enough of it in order to really understand that algorithm a little more. So be on the lookout for more travel content, because that's really why I started this in the first place. However, I just happened to be going to all these restaurants over the past couple of weeks in the foodie fest. Or foodie land. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss the opportunity to report on those as well. I will say that the restaurant reviews popping. Everyone is loving the restaurant reviews. I did, like I said, the coffee shop for Kiddo Joe. I did Pacific Table for my friend's birthday. St. Valentine Restaurant and Bar. That was a really cute spot as well. And it seems like those are really doing well. The Foodie Land post, though, oh my God, that went all the way up. Like, that is the one that allowed me. So, technical difficulties. Apparently, my phone stopped recording me. So, we're just going to do a voiceover for this part. Apologies. Anyway, the Foodie Land post is what allowed me to really feel like, oh my God, this is working. I am starting to get some content that people are really enjoying. Apparently, people love to eat, which makes sense. I love to eat and drink as well. Like I said, I'm in the hospitality industry. So I would say that the food posts are like really working. Let's see what's not working. I have been posting inspirational quotes on Instagram, and I don't feel like those are landing as much as like the food post or the travel post. And I don't want to stop doing them just yet, because I do feel like even if it touches a couple of people and they have a moment to themselves where they're like, oh man, I really needed that for the day, I feel like it's still worth it. It's still a way for me to push things out and be active and engage with my audience. However, maybe I just make less of them. I think I have it scheduled right now, like one a week or something. But I just still want to do something that makes people feel good. And I feel like you would think that people would want more inspirational stuff, and they do, but maybe they just don't want it in the format that I put it in, which is like a reel with a quote and, some music in the background. So perhaps I slow down on the inspirational quotes, and then I just keep going on the travel and the food. And that's what this is all about, right? Like understanding what's working and what's not so that you can pivot. And pivoting is a good thing because now you're understanding more and you can do more of the things that are working, right? To build your following and your subscribers. So it is okay. Eliminating the bad things or the things that aren't working is still a step in the right direction. I would also say checking your analytics, whether you're on your YouTube, Instagram, whatever platform you're on. It may take a couple of months for the analytics to come through so that you can understand your demographic. However, mine is starting to come through, and I'm really enjoying looking at who's actually looking at my content, like more female or more male, their age ranges. And this will also help you when it comes down to boosting your posts. So like I said, you don't want to buy your followers, but you are completely fine with like boosting your posts and doing that advertisement. But when you're learning all of this, even when you're kind of feeling like you're getting it down, it's still a juggling act, especially when you still have your 9 to 5, such as myself. Still a struggle to balance it all. This is not my 9 to 5. I still have my HR job that I work Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., just like most people have to do to make sure that they're paying the bills. So content creation at this moment, at least, is not my 9 to 5. It's something I'm working on. I would love to get monetized at some point. But right now, I'm balancing every day, Monday through Friday, right? The job. Then I also have life, cooking, cleaning, working out, researching all of this, right? Like it wasn't like I just woke up one day and was like, I know everything about YouTube or everything about IG or everything about being a content creator. It in this 2 months, it was more than just the content. It was setting up the YouTube, finding the right thumbnails, making the content. It's setting up the IG business profile, doing the research on all of this and how to break algorithms, right? So it's a lot of back end work that goes into it as well, not just the content. And then after you're not done doing the research, because I feel like you're always doing research, not only how to set it up and do the content, but also how to get monetized, right? Like you have to figure out which companies do affiliate links and who pays for travel. And I just feel like I haven't even scratched the surface of all of this on top of trying to balance everything else out in my life. So it is a balancing act and I'm enjoying it for sure. But I also have moments where I'm like, oh my God, running around with like a chicken with my head cut off or something, because I'm like, oh my God, I have so many things to do and not enough hours in the day to do them. Editing takes a long time. Like I understand what these people are saying, that content creation really is a full-time job, because it is, like it takes time to create this art that's being put out. And for some people, their videos are very like raw, I guess, and that's dope. I will post more of that kind of stuff, but I feel like, the clean, polished version is what I'd like to do, and then just do some behind the scenes stuff with you guys, which I'm excited because I found a couple of things. Even tonight, like my camera just started falling, and I was like, what the heck? Like you think you have everything set up exactly the way you want it, and then something goes wrong. I'm like, why can't I get this right tonight? It's already midnight and I should probably be in bed right now because I have a midnight cutoff. But anyway, like I said, like you're even getting the bloopers tonight. Maybe I even leave this blooper in there. I have no idea. Anyway, we'll see what happens when the edits come around. But again, just trying to figure it all out, balance it all, and still keep my sanity. So what are the next steps for Social Swans Collective? Oh my God, good question, you all. The next steps are just continuously setting milestones and KPIs, goals for myself for the future. I'd like to, as I mentioned before, get monetized at some point, but I'm also trying not to stress myself out over it. I want to have a good time with this, but I also want it to resonate. I also want to feel, of course, some form of validation, right? So again, subscribe, like, comment, share, help your girl out, because it's not easy. You can get all these views, but then, how do you convert, right? The goal is conversion. Like, I don't want you to just look at it or comment. That all helps the algorithm, and I'm so appreciative of it. But I also need the subscriptions, like subscribe. I also need the followers. So it's really just, again, setting those KPIs for myself. How many followers am I looking to gain per month? How many subscribers per month? And working my way backwards to figure out the best possible way to do that. I don't want my quality of life to diminish in any kind of way because I'm deciding to do this, you know? Again, this is meant to be a fun pastime for me that I do. And I'm really hoping that something comes of it because I do have a passion for travel and I would love to do it full time. But I also don't want to stress myself out over it. So I'm definitely going to put in the work. I want to put in the work. I'm going to put in the work. But I'm not going to let it stress me out. I still have to keep my routines. And sometimes that can be hard. Again, I work 9 to 5, but it's on Pacific Standard Time. And I live in Central Standard Time. So I don't get off until 7 p.m. And I want to eat and I want to work out. So the goal is to try to keep waking up earlier and earlier before I start work to do all these things that I want to accomplish in one day. My journaling, my meditation, my reading, my content, my working out, planning out my life. I have trips coming up. So it's a lot to manage and balance at once, but I know I have the capacity to do it all. And not only do I encourage myself, I have wonderful people around me who encourages me as well. They're very supportive and I'm so grateful for that because it matters. It matters so much to have people that want to see you succeed and be happy. And you guys are all part of that, right? You're here because not only do you want to see happiness, you want to be happy if you're not already. I mean, we're not happy all the time, so, but this is, you know, this is what life is about. It's about having fun, enjoying every moment of it, even trying to make the lemonade out of lemons. That's the goal. Other steps for the future, not only setting my KPIs, but also posting more food reviews and travel. No, like that's what I'm here for. So making sure that I'm pushing out that content, understanding how to break it down for you guys, right? Like, I think it was like one of the hardest concepts for me to realize that so many content creators are taking like one trip and breaking it down into like 100 posts or seems like 100 different reels. And that's what we live for, right? We want to see the trip and live the trip moment by moment. And so I'm learning how to break that stuff down. Again, it's a learning curve for me. I'm not used to this. I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, if I'm posting the same thing over and over and over again, that you guys or, you know, my followers won't be interested. But it's different parts of it. It's possible that you caught one thing but didn't catch the other. And we all know that we've fallen victim to the scrolling, right? Even if we see the whole thing at once, we still want to scroll and see the rest of it. So again, I'm just learning how to be a better content creator. And I don't know, hopefully these tips also work for you. Some things that I have coming up for you guys. I have Vegas coming up at the end of the month. And then from Vegas, I'm going to go to Los Angeles and visit my family and some friends out there. I guess she's just going to bathe on camera. This is my baby. I love her so much. Block her out. Okay. I think she's fine. Nope, she's not done bathing herself yet. Okay, she's not done, but at least she's not right behind me distracting me. So some upcoming things that I have going on. I have Vegas at the end of the month. That's going to be for 4 nights. And then I have a trip to LA to visit my friends and family. I get to see my niece. She's going to be turning 6 months. So I'm so excited to spend some time with her and my sister and my family. So I'll be in LA for about a week actually. So Vegas to LA. I come back to Dallas for roughly a week, a little bit less than that. And then I fly out for PGA for work. Our company does the food and beverage for PGA every year. So I'm super excited. It's my second time working PGA. Last year was in Louisville, Kentucky. This time around, it's going to be in Charlotte. Ooh, it's a bird. This time around, it's going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina. So a different place for me. I've never been there before. I won't really have probably too much time to explore because these days are like 12, 14-hour days. And then I'm also still not only working the event, but I'm working my regular duties during this time frame. So it's going to be a little tiring, but the event it's going to be so much fun. And I feel like they just keep getting bigger and bigger each time we do it. So be on the lookout for PGA content as well, okay? Because your girl going to be looking fly in her little golf outfit, strutting around the place. You're not going to want to miss the bits. I forgot to mention another win. Really? Really? Cats, yo. I know this is such a distraction. Come on, sis. I can't believe I forgot to mention my other win. I went to the Travel and Adventure Trade Show. Well, it's more like an exhibit type style, and it came to Dallas. And being a new content creator, I wanted to connect with these different brands. It was full of different vendors and booths from tourism boards for different areas to individual companies that were promoting their services, adventure packages, things like that. And a really big thing for content creators, right, is going to be partnering with these people, affiliate links, and getting flown out for content and things like that. And I know a lot of people will do the cold calls or emails, and I just wasn't ready for that just yet. I wanted to see how realistic it was for people to want content creators to come in and do their thing. And I know it's a big thing already. It's a huge industry. However, you're always thinking to yourself, like, is it really what people say it is? I figured that going to the show and talking to these companies directly would give me a better idea of what I can probably expect in the future. And that was a huge win because it boosted my confidence after hearing so many companies say, yeah, we work with content creators. Yeah, we bring them out for excursions and free rooms and just the full package so that they can get that content. And so, they were very warm and welcoming to the idea when I asked them if they worked with content creators and user generated content, and they want it. They want the user generated content. They want to spend the money to host us and bring us out so that we can get that content and push it out for them, right? Like, it's a really easy way to make sure that people are seeing them. So going to that exhibit really boosted my confidence, and I was able to connect with a lot of different companies that do that and gave me their business card and told me to reach out. And even if it wasn't like a full package in terms of like a room stay, some of them really were like, hey, we do packages, like we will bring you out, we'll fly you out, we'll put you up, we'll do a week worth of activities, and you can take all the content that you need. And I was like, that is so that is so dope. I would love to do something like that. And there were some companies that they mentioned, hey, like if you're just in the area, let me know, here's my email, I'll give you a day pass to the resort, or I'll, hook you up at the restaurants. And so I just thought that that was really cool that they were just so kind and welcoming and warm and open to the questions that I had to ask them about their needs and what I can do to send them stuff to help them make their decision, right? Like now I know I need to, well, I kind of knew before, but I know I need to build a portfolio for myself as I'm starting to create more content. I need to make sure that I'm putting that in a folder or a Google Drive so I can send a link. I need to create out and really show what my demographic is and what my prices are. And again, this is all stuff that's new to me, like that I have to work on every day. And I have to remind myself that every little bit of progress goes towards the goal. Ay, ay, ay. I really let my camera die on me. Content creation 101. Don't let your phone die. Rookie mistake. So no more of the mic because I need it to be plugged up to my charger so I can finish this up for you guys. So, like I was saying, I went to the travel and adventure exhibit and I felt like it gave me the boost of energy and confidence that I really needed to keep going, because you had all these vendors and booths and companies that were interested in partnering with content creators, and they're like, yeah, we'll bring you guys out for like a week, or they have content creator camps is what they call them. They take them around the property and put them up in hotels and take them out for all different kind of excursions and activities so that they can get all the content that they need and post all about it. And you know that these are things that kind of happen, but you don't know to what extent. You don't know to what extent, right? You don't know what you don't know, I guess. And if you know, you know. But I did not know. So I needed to personally speak with people, and I didn't know how much, I don't know, ground I would be able to make with like sending emails or trying to call and ask, like, do you partner with content creators? Like, it's so much easier, at least for me, to be able to speak with someone face to face and show them who I am and my personality and what my intentions are. And I can ask them about their demographics and what they're looking for. And I feel like I gained so much insight, not only to understanding how the stuff works and that it is possible, but also understanding what I need in terms of like next steps. I mean, I guess every business probably needs a business card, but after that event, I kid you not, like I rushed home and I made business cards. I didn't have time to do that before going to the exhibit. So it was a eye opener for me that I'm like, oh my God, I could have been handing out these cards to all these companies, but I didn't have the opportunity to. But I did collect a lot of cards, and everyone was really nice and warm and inviting when I asked them if they partnered with content creators. And they're like, yes, absolutely. Here's my card. Here's information on us. Check us out. Link up with me. Oh, also, I need to like go through and probably like look at all these people on LinkedIn and Instagram, right? Okay, yeah. Anyway, down the back. I digress. It was just really cool and an eye opener for me that this could possibly really be a path for me. And I was a little bit nervous because I'm still growing. So putting yourself out there when you're a really small content creator at the moment in terms of followers, it could be a little bit intimidating. However, I know I have what it takes, right? Whether it turns into monetization or not, again, that's the goal. I know that what I'm going to put out there will resonate with somebody. But as I mentioned, it gave me the confidence that I needed to move on and forward with this. And sometimes that's really all you need. It's just like these little wins here and there to make you feel like it's all coming together and it's all part of the plan. And you just have to put in the work for it. So, again, I appreciate all of you guys being a part of my journey. And I would appreciate you continuing with me on the journey, sharing this with other people, and hopefully even getting some tips out of this as well from someone who's slowly growing and you're probably doing the same. So, like I said, these were my March insights as I'm moving into April and trying to figure out what's next for me. So thank you so much for being here. I look forward to giving you more updates on this journey. And if you have any questions or comments or tips, please feel free to drop them in the comments. share it with me. I'm all about supporting other content creators as well. So if you want to collab and do something with me, feel free. Reach out to your girl. Okay. Thanks for joining me and Social Swans Collective, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Yeah.